Hello there, this is Patricia from Pinky's World. Today I have a cute little treat. It is Easter treats now, and I'm sure I'm like you, and I'll be giving out Easter treats way after Easter when I eventually see people again. So I'm still making some for making up wee baskets and stuff, and this is one of them. But you could use it for Christmas time or whatever. You always get these wee chocolate things at any time of the year, not necessarily rabbits. It'll be a reindeer, I suppose, at some stage. So anyway, this is what I made for it. It's kind of a tent style shape, and the wee bunny is stuck in there with some sticky dots, and I just used lovely ginghams and a bit of a rectangle die cut, and I think it's lovely. I was working so hard at trying to design something for it, and I just couldn't come up with the right thing, and then suddenly it hit me. So I'm really happy with it, and I will make a couple of them. So what you're going to need to make it, if you decide to have a go, is your rectangle stitch dies, and it's the one missing for second, third one in. Fits this size properly, and the papers are the Brights DSP. This is a pack you should definitely get because the designs and colours inside these are just beautiful. They're so bright and vibrant and cheerful, and it's all what we need at this time. So you need those, and the one stamp set that I'm using is the Treats Made with Love of the Delightful Day. So the colours I've went with is the Daffodil Delight and Granny Apple Green, and I shouldn't have shown you that yet. What you need is 2 pieces of the DSP. Now you get them out of the one wee sheet will do the whole treat. So you need 2 of those to measure 4 inches by 2 6/8, and you need a piece of Whisper White that measures 10.5 by 3 inches. And the rest is just made out of wee scraps out of the same pack with the green to make the grass. So with this one you need to do a bit of scoring, and I'll just show you it now. Start your scoring on the long side. Start at 4 1/4, 8 1/2, 9 and 10, and that's all the scoring you need to do. And I'll just show you how that makes your shape. This one's going to fold in this way, and we will use our wee scoring too. This one is going to fold up the inside, this one's going to fold down, and this one's going to fold down as well. And that makes that wee tray for you inside, and this will close down and line up with that, and there's that simple way to do it. But before you go gluing all that together, I'm actually going to glue on here and glue on here to hold it really firm, but I want to add my DSP, and this is what I've done. I didn't want to be running it through the machine whenever you were trying to listen. So do cut your strip, do your scores, and then before you fold them all up, stick on your front piece of your DSP. This is at the bottom, with the scoring lines are up at this end. So line your wee rectangle in the center, but towards the top slightly, just to give a wee bit of depth there for your grass to be stuck onto, and just cut that out, cut right through both of the options, and there you have your window. So we'll just begin our folds on this one. So give it a good score so that everything is good and tight. So again, fold that one up, this one down, and this one down. So you're just making a wee table to set your rabbit on. And before we stick that down, we have our inside DSP, which is the exact same size. So just if you're cutting gingham, make sure that I have a wee tiny bit of yellow showing there, so I want to show there too. So when you're sticking it down, make sure you do that. Oops. So stick that to the inside. Again, just centering it. And then we're going to stick our wee pieces to keep it all nice and firm. So put glue on that one there, and that's just going to fold up and that'll hold its shape then whenever the weight of the wee rabbit is sitting in there. And then we're going to put a bit of glue on the back of this one. You can use your double-sided tape if it's good and strong, if you don't want to be getting glue. And then we're just folding this one down to line up with it. Just make sure your edges meet. That's it. And give it a good firm squeeze, and then you'll find you have a good firm body to hold your wee egg, like your wee chocolate rabbit. And here he is. We'll not pop him in yet. I want to wrap some ribbon around that, and the ribbon I'm using is, no, I don't want to do the ribbon yet. I want to do the grass, don't I? Somebody just walked into my room and totally knocked me there. I didn't know what I was doing. So you need a piece of this 3 inches wide, which is the same width as your box, and 1 inch deep, and then just simply take your scissors, and you just need to have a wee bit of patience with this. You're just cutting wee slips out of it to form that grassy look at different lengths. Don't do them at the same length, just some really long, some shorter. It's just wee tiny triangles you're cutting. No, it's really feathery, and I should have had it cut and all so you didn't have to sit. So I'm going to cheat and do it a bit quickly. But you take your time so you get a nice wee grass. See, it gives a good wee effect. If you have a wee grass dye of some sort, run it through. Just make sure you leave yourself that 1/2 inch to be able to glue to the bottom of your card. And the funny way somebody coming in can just knock it, and I've a wee notice on the door, quiet place, so they know when I'm taping, but no, it doesn't stop them. You think with this lockdown you'd have more time in your hands, but you really don't. We have been gardening, decorating, tidying around the place, stumping out rubbish. Ugh. Everything but crafting, even baking. I even baked scones. First time I've baked in years. Nearly there. Just fast forward through this bit if it's boring for you. Well, that is slow work, isn't it? But it's worth it. Last wee one. And that'll do the job. So you can just flick that up to look like grass, and I'm going to glue it to the bottom of your front there. Again, I'm using wet glue. You use whatever suits you. And we're just going to pop it so that it lines perfectly at the bottom and at the sides. Ooh, it's moving about. It's a life of its own. There we go. Now I wanted to tie a wee ribbon, which I was going to do when I got away ahead of myself. Oh, and there's the husband. I'm hoping you can't hear that noise. It is wicked. And that's why he came into the room. I think he must need somebody to hold something. This is the most annoying but beautiful ribbon ever. It just seems to be really staticky for me. I want to try and tie that in a knot so that it holds its tightness, or you can use a wee mini dot or something if you have them. Nearly got it. Yeah, it seems fairly tight. The last one I did wasn't so tight. So a double knot helps. Tie your wee bow and then just pull it to make it slightly smaller. And just chop off your bits you don't need. With your good scissors preferably. Woo! Could have been dangerous there. I'll fiddle about with that later. I've kept you long enough. But I will make it more even. So that's the front of that done. All you need to do now is your sentiment before we put our wee bunny in. And I'm using this as I say that. You need a bit of your wisp of white again. Now you can see from that I haven't used the full sentiment because it won't fit into the wee thing, and I didn't want a big giant circle at the top, but it cuts off beautifully. It doesn't look out of place. So just stamp it all up in your granny apple green. And I have used my 1.5 inch punch using the same paper as the grass, and I'm going to now use the 1 3/8 inch scallop punch to punch this out. And you can see I'm trying to keep it just where the love is, so to get the 3 top hearts and forget about the ones at the bottom. And that seems to work fine. I'm going to close this ink before I get destroyed. And we're just going to add this on with a few dimensionals. Take these wee pecks off. Isn't this so easy to do, isn't it really? Like, now you're going to see a wee bit at the back. If you want to, make sure that the wording is sitting up straight so that when you do see it at the back, it doesn't look out of place. I didn't with that one. As you can see, the text is drawn sideways, but I doubt very much if it'll matter. So we're going to put glue sort of in the center there, out a wee bit, not fully out because you've only got a wee bit, but try and keep it in the center, just a wee blob. And we're just going to slide this on so that it's in the halfway, half up, half down, and in the center of the two. Now at this point you could get your wink of Stella, dip it in the ink and colour those in, or use your blends, whichever you have. I'm not going to bother now because you're going to be fed up with me. I have some of these glitter enamel dots. I'm going to use those at either side just to carry that wee bit of bling. I'm using the middle size. Just pop them in the corner centrally. And then we just need to put our wee rabbit in. And where is he? Right, he needs some sticky dots on his bottom. And just be careful when you're pressing these on that you don't squish them because they're so fragile, these wee bunnies. I put 2 on him just to make sure he stays in place. And we're just going to pop him in there. Make sure your grass is out of the way so that he's sitting central. And you can put your finger underneath here and give him a slight wee press down. And there you have it. I think it's the cutest wee thing ever. There's 2 of them made for 2 wee grandsons, or maybe a couple of daughter-in-laws who haven't got any eggs. So either way, it'll be something nice to give them later on. I'm going to fill a lovely wee box full of all these wee treats. And I probably will use that again at Christmas time for another wee treat. So I hope you enjoyed that, and hopefully you'll have a wee go. And if you do, remember to share it with me. And thanks for taking time to watch my video. Bye.